welcome to another episode of Moba Dojo, where I teach you basically the bare minimum of essentials to understand how MOBAs work.
Minions
Today, we're gonna cover map awareness. Now, map awareness is something that you're gonna have to learn over time, and that you're not gonna pick up on it immediately. And you're gonna see like, okay, so why is this so important? Well, one, it's more important than some games than it is others. For instance, in League of Legends, you have a top-down view like this, which is zoomed far out, which gives you a wide variety vision, to say the least. Like, you can see who's coming from behind you, you can see who's coming from your left, your right. You have a good viewpoint advantage about where people are coming from, and it's really easy to, okay, so so-and-so is coming at me from the left side, let me start running this way, and vice versa. But in Predecessor and Smite, they're both third-person MOBAs, meaning you're basically you have to play the game like you play an FPS shooter. And this is where map awareness comes in. So, since I cannot see what's going on behind me, right? I can't see what's going on behind me, and I have to basically pay attention to all my surroundings, especially with a jungler. Now, this is something that everybody has, and they're called wards in Predecessor. You want to always make sure that your wards are always up, or at least when they aren't, when they're down and you're on cooldown, you need to make sure you're staying safe. Because now I can, oh, see, there you go, right there. Right there, that's exactly why you need map awareness. See, he didn't have any map awareness, and he almost died because, oh, he did die because of it. Okay, that's a perfect example, and this is actually why I decided to do this recording in a live game instead of a bot match. Because bot matches, the bots don't really gank or anything. So that's a perfect example of why you need to have your wards up. Because if he was actually paying attention, he wouldn't have died. And you can use the ping system and everything all you want, but at one point people just don't really pay attention to even that. Like, you can type, you can use the ping system, you can do everything in your power. But ultimately, it does come down to the individual paying attention. So, it also helps. It also helps in situations like just now, where I got that kill. See, if I had not been paying attention, Chimera probably would have gotten away. But you have to be paying attention to what's going around you, and on the map is the I can't bring my thing up, but this right here, the mini map. It's on the upper right hand corner. That is one of your most important things to do. That you're gonna have to take it's gonna take a while to get used to. Trust me, it's gonna take a while to get used to. It is definitely something that it took me a while to master, and I still struggle with it, honestly, because it's so easy to forget what's going on. It's so easy to get, caught up in the moment and not really care about what's going on around you. So it takes a long time to get used to it, but it is very important because it helps minimize damages done to you, and it helps, well, one, it helps secure kills like you just saw. Like, I secured a kill because of that. I secured a kill. It also helps you prevent enemies from getting kills, and it also helps prevent ganks. So, definitely one of the hardest things to learn. Map awareness. And the thing is, it looks so simple, but it sounds simple. When I say it out loud, it sounds simple, right? But when you try and do it in practice, it's actually a lot harder than you think, because you end up noticing and catching yourself off sometimes. Probably most of the time when you just got ganked, like, shit, I should have been paying attention. I do that all the time when I'm streaming, like, cause I tend to focus more on chat interaction and gameplay, or like, you know, yeah, gameplay. So a lot of times I'll get caught up in a rant or a conversation, and then I'll get fucked, and I'm like, oh shit. Well, I guess, you know, no one to blame but myself. So yes. Touching back on the top, touching back on, you know, just to reiterate the importance of map awareness. One, it keeps you safe from ganks, right? That's one. Two, it helps you secure kills. And three, it also helps your team if they're running into a situation and they need help. Like this. See, I basically was about to run the middle. And Drongo tried to sneak up on Revenant. When I came in and snuck him with the smooth. He ended up dying, securing my AD carry kill, which is very important. As you know, if you watch the AD carry role video, you know how important securing kills in the role of a support is. This can also create really good times where, let's say your team's being dwarfed, right? You're being kind of cuckle-fucked.
What did he say?
For like the entire game, and people are like, "Oh, it's over. I want to give up. You know, the game's over." Honestly, even when the enemy team is fed, all it takes is one good team fight to come around to make a good change. So let's say that it's a 4v3, right? Or a 4v2 if you're good. 4v3, right? And you're in middle, and you're in middle, and you see that your team is engaged in a fight in jungle. Because you have good map awareness, you're able to look and see what's happening and able to rotate and act accordingly and react fast enough to the point where you being in that fight was the difference that they needed to win the fight. Now you've got all but one person in their team wiped out, and your team survived. So now you have a 5-on-1 push, and you managed to push all the way to their last core, to the core. You know, like, it happens. Trust me. I've been a part of it. I've been a part and been against many miracles that happens. All it takes is good map awareness, and you too can create pro level. Listen to me sounding like one of those. The best meta guide, the best meta guide to use to get pro skills. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. You can make some really good professional or pog moments simply by having map awareness. And that does it for this episode of Moba Dojo. Thank you for watching, and I hope these videos help someone out there. And I'll see you next time. Peace. Okay, you know, I figured, yeah, I gave you a... There we go. We'll leave y'all with a double kill. We'll leave y'all with a double kill. Alright, peace.